Good morning, Suzanne, Dr. Hill, Denise. Okay, I think you can all hear me. There's
Hey,
up
hey, Barry.
Dr. Hill in flesh and blood. We love it. Suzanne,
Yeah.
in addition to a picture, your wonderful smiling face in the flesh. Denise, going to begin in just a moment. Oh, there's Suzanne. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, Denise. So here's what we're going to do. Going to play. Oh, there she is. We're going to play a wonderful upbeat video for about a minute and a half while people are still coming in, and then we will rock and roll together. Okay, everybody with me?
Yep.
So get ready for some upbeat music and some great content. And let's see, we got to check this box, click this box. Here we go. Share and on this. Go. Woo wee! Isn't that great? Okay, welcome. Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good looking people. Very good looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. It is a delight and a pleasure to welcome back people that I know. Jack, a delight. Dr. Hill, Denise, Nye, I think it's Nye, N-A-Y, and Suzanne. Let's do a quick thing. And I always ask people to put in where they're from, even if I already know that Jack is from Wichita, Kansas. That doesn't matter. Put it in anyway in the chat. If Suzanne would be so kind, Denise, let me know where you are. Nye or Nee, I'm not sure. N-A-N-I-Y. You'll tell me how to pronounce it. And Dr. Hill, put in the chat what city and state you're in. I know you're in the state of goodness and joy and happiness. Denise is in Maryland. That's wonderful. You see, but we're in Maryland. Are you in Baltimore or outside of that? Let's see, we have more people coming in now. Denise, where are you in Maryland? Okay, Nee is in Providence, and I'm going to assume Rhode Island. There
Mhm.
are lots of Providences around the United States, Nee. Now, by the way, N-I-Y, is it Nee or Nye?
Nye. Nye.
Nye, thank you. And you'll tell us where you got the name sometime, but we'll discuss that. Baltimore County, Townsend, Maryland. That's Denise. Okay. Oh my gosh. Suzanne is right now in Mount Kisco, New York, which I love. I've been through Mount Kisco. Isn't that amazing? But I currently live in Golem, Albania on the Ionian Sea. Okay, one of the reasons I love having these sessions is because it involves human beings. Now, Dr. Hill was in the education business. Actually, he's always in the education business for decades. And I have shifted over the years from sage from the stage kind of stuff to be working in the intimacy of human beings. And I can tell you, it's more difficult and it's more rewarding and it's more fun. And I'm going to make curl your socks, Suzanne, because I've been to Albania. And I was in Albania. I'm going to tell just for the fun story of it. I was in Albania in 1969, 1970, when it was illegal for Americans to go to Albania, right? I went from Yugoslavia, or Yugoslavia, whatever they call it, into Albania and such, and right on the Ionian Sea. That is just so cool, Suzanne. And you'll let us know if you're going to be there for the rest of your life or you're just there for a holiday. We'll see. Dr. Hill is in Napier, Illinois, and you have to leave us in a little bit, but you're here for whatever you're here. That's the important thing. And you did receive your joy package, right? Whoa, look at that. Not just 2 thumbs up. There were circles and fingers. Yeah. Okay. Wichita, Kansas is Jack. And Nye is in Providence, Rhode Island. Denise is in Townsend, Baltimore. And we're going to get going right away because this is such an important topic. So again, my name is Barry Shore, and I am known as the ambassador of joy. Notice I didn't say the ambassador of joy. The ambassador of joy, because one of the things that we discuss in our what we call Winning Wednesdays, and these are fundamental to success in business. I'm going to say it again. What we do here on Winning Wednesdays, we discuss 11 strategies for learning how to live in joy daily, no matter the circumstances. These are fundamental strategies for success in business. When I say business, I mean business in the transactional, transformational situation, and business of life. Because when you know these strategies, you become more capable of being you. When you're the best you, then you can do business in the most beautiful, bountiful, beneficent, wonderful way. I think, Jack, you'll attest to that, is correct? And these sessions have been very helpful. That's what Jack has told me. I can only repeat what he tells me. Otherwise, I can't. Miran is in Glendale, Arizona. That's so interesting. I've been actually through Glendale also. That's a nice place. Thank you. So the reason you're here is because you're either intrigued by the title of this one, which is Don't Take Anything Personally, and or you've been with Barry Shore before and you want more Shore. You like a dose of this wonderful, upbeat, interesting being who brings to you the ideas and the processes that have helped me become what other people call successful. And I mean that in the measure of money, in the measure of happiness in marriage, 47 years, in the happiness of friendships, and the most important is inner peace. That's the greatest goal of all, right? Inner peace. So that's really what we're going to be discussing today. 1 second, Suzanne just has a long something. I just want to look at it and see if I can use it to weave it into what we're doing. I live here for a year at a time, go somewhere else for 3 months, return another year. My second year, oh, she is amazing. I live here getting my psychology doctorate, and there's all kinds of, she's involved with hypnotism, as are we all. Suzanne, I mean, you do it in a formal way. And part of what we all do in our life is hypnotize people in a positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant way by being us. I want to say a big shout out to Dana. Dana Jones, welcome back. I am really touched and honored and humbled and happy that you're here. So my job, says Suzanne, is to dehypnotize out of the propaganda. Yes. And the way we do that, in my humble opinion, is we replace it with something better. So there's bitter and better. A lot of people live in the world of bitter. That's because they got the I in there. when you're focusing on the I, life oftentimes has a bitterness to it. If you remove the I and put the E in for enthusiasm, then you get better. Okay, so let's just focus now on what I asked you to join us here. And everything we're going to discuss today, this is one of the 11 strategies for living in joy daily. This is my book called The Joy of Living. You deserve it. And you do. It is available to everybody here at no cost as an ebook. You need to, yes, you need, I'm going to say, you need to go to barryshore.com. I'm going to put it up here, barryshore.com, and avail yourselves of the opportunity to receive a copy of this book. I have 3 books I published last year. You can have any one of the 3 at absolutely no cost. The books are not just informational. They're not just inspirational, which they are. They're transformational. You'll especially love it sitting on the edge of the Ionian Sea. Suzanne, order the book, get it by email. I mean, that's the genius of electronic, isn't it? You can do it anywhere. The book is 11 strategies for living in joy daily. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you a story. It's about me. It'll take about 3 minutes. Then we'll jump right in because I'm cognizant of Dr. Hill leaving. I don't want him to leave until he gets a good dose of this. Here's a story. And so, again, some of you know it, but it's always good to hear it. This is a story about me. Imagine if you can, and I know you can. I'm standing up in the morning 20 years ago, completely healthy and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And that evening, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed from my neck down, called a quadriplegic. And it was not for an automobile accident. It wasn't a spinal injury. It was a rare disease which took over my body, which I never heard of the day before, called Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS, for the cognoscenti. And I'm now totally paralyzed. I can only communicate by blinking my eyes. I was 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't turn over by myself. 4 years in a wheelchair. I had braces on both my legs, from my hips to my ankles. That was progress. Thank God today I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand. So I'm a triped, not a biped. Can't walk up a stair by myself. I can't walk up a curb by myself. I help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. It's all because of one word. One word now. The word is smile. Look at that smile on everybody's face. Because SMILE is an acronym that stands for Seeing Miracles in Life Every Day. Seeing miracles in life every day. When you do that, you will be released. You'll be dehypnotized, as Suzanne wants to say, and you'll be able to touch the very essence of your life. So why do I tell you this story? To get the sympathy vote? Yes, a little bit. But to tell you that while I was completely paralyzed in bed, couldn't move, I was visualizing one thing physically, being able to sit up and put my feet over the edge of the bed. I did that. I visualized that for 2 years. I finally was able to do that. Now, you see my arms moving, and so you say, wow, Barry's cured, yeah. And he is. He was always cured. Now, I'm still paralyzed from the waist down. I can't get up from this chair. But that's okay. I move my arms. I can speak with you. I can think. Right? Those are the keys of life. So while I was in that process and after that emerging, I was involved in focusing and categorizing and understanding what I call the 11 strategies for learning how to live in joy daily, no matter the circumstances. So the strategy we're working on today is called Don't Take Anything Personally. Well, Barry, that's easy for you to say. You're rich and famous and handsome and yeah. Well, hello. It's called human. Human. However, I've learned the process over decades. Well, let me tell you a quick story. It's in the book. I was on a wrestling team when I was in high school. And at one point, I was pretty good. So much so that my coach, it was a pre-match to a statewide event that we were going to go to. And I made a great move. Really wonderful. I didn't think it at the time, but the coach said, "Sure, you are fabulous." That was enough for me that when I tried to get out of the doorway, I couldn't fit through because my head was too big. I mean, getting a compliment from coach on something you did, was, yeah. Okay. Week and a half later, we went to the state, not just semifinals, the finals. And I was wrestling. And I tried to pull off the same move that I had done before because, hey, that's me, right? Well, I did, except for one thing. The other guy was better. And I got pinned. And I lost the match, which meant we lost the match. I lost it for the team. That's how I felt. And boy, did I get razzed. Razz means guys don't let up. They really give it to you. I got complaints. Did they go into my heart? Absolutely. But coach taught me something the next day that was amazing. He said, "Sure, if you let compliments go to your head, you let complaints go to your heart. Don't do it. You do that, you're going to live a lie in your life." Now, life is a wonderful word that stands for living inspirationally for eternity. You all hear that? Living inspirationally for eternity. That's what we do. We're not here just now. We're here for eternity. You remove the F, and I won't tell you what the F stands for just right now, but you're left with three other letters, L-I-E. Lots of people live a lie, don't they, Suzanne? Yeah. Oh, look at her shaking her head. Yes. So what does lie stand for? Life inhibiting experience. That's what a lie is. If you allow the compliments to go to your head, yeah, you allow the complaints to go to your heart, and they will inhibit you from living life to the full. You all hear that? Don't take things personally. It's especially important in business. Business is what I call TT. It's both transactional, because there's always money involved in business, or payment of some sort for services rendered, product delivered. Business is also transformational, because when you are offering your service, your product to someone else, and they accept it, or vice versa, you accept from somebody else, you've made a transformation for that person and for yourself. You're not the same. You now have what's called a customer, a client, a relationship. Money's beside the point. Part of the point, but it's beside the point. The point is you. How are you working with you to become the best you possible? Because you're the best you possible now, you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony, you create more joy, happiness, peace, and love. Love stands for living on vibrating energy. Now, you don't have to write all these things down, by the way, because this is all recorded, so it's all there for posterity, and you can have it whenever you want. So just enjoy it. What I'm going to do at the moment, because Dr. Hill is going to leave us, and I want him to see this video, is a video I prepared. It's about 2.5 minutes, and I think you'll like it a lot. And it's a short introduction to how I view don't take things personally. I'm going to share the screen. Everybody with me? Hello? You all ready for this?
Sure.
Buckle up, kids. It's going to be great. Not a lot of music, but you're going to have the music of the soul. How's that? Okay, we're going to do this. 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 Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved, immortal beings, and good-looking people. And remember, you're good looking because you're always looking for and finding the good. Barry Shore here. 11 strategies for living with joy daily. One of the more interesting and remarkable pieces of advice that I ever received as a young man, I think I was 20 at the time, from a coach, wrestling coach. He said the following: if you let compliments go to your head, you'll let insults go to your heart. Okay, thank you, coach. I heard it. And then I began to live it because I was being complimented a lot. I was good at what I did. But more importantly, I was also being razzed a lot. Oh, come on, sure, you can do better than that. What's the matter with you? You're fat, or you're lazy, or that. If you let one thing in that is beneficial and it swells the head, you will let other things in that will shrink your heart. Don't do either, because it's not meant personally. Compliments, very nice, but it's ether. And insults, they're words. If you can maintain control in the sense of having some equilibrium and recognize you're a human being. Oh my, I'm human. Some things you do well, some things you don't do well. Be gentle with yourself. Learn to be compassionate, and you will live greater, more fully. You'll enjoy life. That's a great insight. Our prayer for you: go forth, live the blessing, spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Bye now. Is that fabulous or what? Okay. Compliments, complaints, it's okay. Same thing. Let's talk about this amazing word called mood. Okay, how do you spell mood? Anybody? How do you spell mood?
MOOD.
That's right. Now, one thing, Nye, I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to spell mood backwards.
DOOM,
That's
doom.
right. Because when you're in a mood, and I don't care, by the way, if it's a happy mood or if, mood, most of the people think, mood. It really spells doom. That's what you're doing to yourself. Well, excuse me, right now I'm in a mood. I can't do it. Hello? When you shift it and you look at it from the other side, what are you doing? Are you bothering somebody else? No, because they don't care. No offense. It could be your closest friend or partner in the world. When you're in a mood, you got to laugh right away and say, hello, get away from me, Barry Shaw. Doom, doom. Learn to control your mood, and you will make sure that doom doesn't enter your life.
Man.
Wait a minute, you loving that? Are we loving that? Isn't that worth the price of admission right there, Dr. Hill? Okay, so I want to share with you two things. Again, this book, all these things are in here. The Joy of Living, you deserve it. It's available for you, no cost. Go to barryshaw.com, click, give me the ebook, and don't just get the book. That you got to do. That, take action. The definition of a winner is ACTION, action. So that you have to do. Open it up. Read it. It's transformational. I don't care if you read 2 pages a day. I don't care if you have 20 Kindle books waiting to be read. Read 2 pages a day. That's it. That's all. Because then you're going to want to do more. So when you understand that mood does not benefit you or anyone around you. Anybody here ever use perfume or cologne or anything like that? Right? Now, you do that because you want to smell good. Am I correct? And you know that if you smell good, when you put it on, you're not doing it just for you, right? That perfume That smell, that aroma goes out to the people. Am I correct? Well, I'm going to make something weird right now. Imagine you're putting on a spray that smells like dung, poo poo, SHIFT. Notice I kept the F, and you're spraying it on you. And everybody else can smell it from you. That's called mood. How do you spell mood, though, the right way? Nye? How do you spell it?
MOOD.
Yeah, but how do you spell it the right way? Because you don't want to be in a mood anymore. It's spelled DOOM.
DOOM?
You're not in the mood
I'd
anymore,
rather
right?
be in a mood.
You don't want to be in a mood because
Doom.
when you're in a mood, it's doom. Are
Yeah.
you all getting the picture?
Yes.
You smell it, you feel it.
So it's spelled HAPPY.
HAPPY. That's right. You know, in PP, we have another, well, we'll discuss that. By the way, in the book, especially in this 11 strategies, I mentioned a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Dr. Laurel Mellon, Mellin, and she has researched and built over the past 25 years. She's a Stanford professor, something called EBT. EBT stands for Emotional Brain Training. Woo! Great stuff. Just amazing stuff. And a lot of what I'm telling you, she and I work together on a lot of projects. Emotional brain training. That's what we're doing right now. Remember, mood is doom. You want to get rid of it. Just like you don't want compliments to go to your head. Somebody says to you, wow, that was so good. Say, thank you. That's okay. I'm not saying don't acknowledge it. Just don't let it make your head so big that you can't walk through the door. Because if you get a complaint, well, you know, you did, and human beings are prone to do that, aren't they? Sometimes, huh? Don't let it shrink your heart. That's their problem. And certainly don't answer back. Who cares? It's like the proverbial barking dog. Okay, they have a problem. They have a mood right now. So that is something that is, you don't want to live a life inhibiting experience, and never let a lie in. Lie is life inhibiting experience. Don't let it in. Now, is it easy to be bulletproof? No, because you don't want to wear a suit of armor. What you want to do is wear a suit of amour. What is amour in French? Love.
Love.
Love. Right, Denise? Love stands for living on vibrant energy, living on the vibrational plane. So I'm going to mention one thing now, and I'm going to capture your attention. We got 2.5 minutes until Dr. Hill leaves, so I want to do this before he leaves, because I'm going to shock you all. Everybody here ready to be shocked? We're going to discuss the N word. Okay, Barry, what are you getting up your sleeves? Nothing. See, I'm wearing short sleeves. The N word. The N word is terrible for human beings. I did the research on this and it shocked me. Do you know that babies, young little things crawling around, the N word, by the way, is no, N-O.
Oh, okay.
That's the N word.
Okay, good.
You know how many
Okay.
times a baby hears the word no by the time they're 4 years old? It's in the thousands. How many times they hear the word yes? Or yeah, right on there. In the dozens. They hear the N word. No, 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 no. That's the N word. So after the show, you're going to tell people, what did you do today? Well, I had this crazy guy on. He was talking about the N word. They're going to say, what? The N word? Yes, no. So what we do is we want to take the word, write down this on a piece of paper, N-O. Put it on a piece of paper, N-O. And I want you to put a W at the end of it. So now you have another word. What's that word, Denise? Now, right. Now we're going to make it even more fun. Dr. Hill, I want you to put a K in front of the word.
No.
Look at that man. That's why he's a doctor and a professor. We went from NO, meaning wag the finger, you better not do that, into the world of now, which I won't discuss with you because it's a long thing. After Dr. Hill leaves, we'll talk about it. And now you put a K in front of it, and now you're back to no. The real no. No. Are you all feeling this? Now let's talk about what a K and a W stand for. K stands for kindness. W stands for wisdom. You want to hear everything you hear from now on, and the word NO, you want to surround it with a K and a W. Kindness and wisdom. So when someone says to you, Dana, no, you just smile and you surround it with kindness and wisdom. You hear that, Denise? Nah, you love it? Suzanne, you digging it? Jack? No? Let's take a real situation where this is all about business, right? Remember, it's the business of life. And a client or a customer says to you after you made a presentation, you're discussing it, and they think about it and they say, no. And it's a contract or it's a deal they've been working on and you want it to close and you need it, you want it, all that sort of stuff. And somebody says, no. Well, did you just hear no? Did you just hear K-N-O-W? When you surround that no with kindness and wisdom, every no becomes a benefit. Now, let's be blunt. Is this easy to do? Well, hello. It's like dehypnotizing the population of the world, Suzanne. It takes work. But guess where the work begins? Oh yeah, you all got it, huh? With me. With me. Because it's all about me, isn't it? You know, when it comes down to it, it is all about me, Nye, right? It's about me, Dana, about me. When you become the best me possible, meaning the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony, you create more joy, happiness, peace, and love. The way to do that is to think about the N word. Talk to other people about the N word. You really want to get people's attention? I mean, I've done this, and I can tell you, whether it's a group of 5 people or 500 people, I mean, I get gasps when I start saying, okay, everybody, let's relax for a bit. We're going to talk about the N word right now. I get, by the way, it happens more with an audience that's more white than not. They get nervous. But because you want to get people's attention. How do you get people's attention? By doing something that's just a little bit off, right? We'll call it off color, just a little bit of a different thing. And now when you surprise them and say, well, yeah, you know, let's talk about a baby. Everybody knows a baby's been told no thousands of times. And by the way, same thing for adults. Am I correct? Think about it. If you really want to do so, I did this for 52 days, almost 2 months. Eventually what I did is I got one of those little things that you can click every time something happens. And I was clicking, and first I was just writing down and trying to remember how many times I heard the word no in the course of a day. And I can tell you, it was more than 10 times in the course of a regular day. Just because that's what goes on in life, interchange with people back and forth. Yes is a much more interesting process because people understand that when they say yes, they think they're committing to something. If they say no, they extricate themselves and push aside something they don't want to be involved in, or they say, well, maybe. Well, maybe is as close to no as you can get. It's just a gentler way, right? But now you are armed with the most valuable tool that you could possibly ever acquire. And all it's going to take is a shift in your perspective. Now, how do you spell shift? S-H-I-F-T. I can tell you something wonderful, Nye. I've been working with people for more than 4.5 decades. And when I start working with people, 97.2% of them drop the F in shift, and the other stuff happens. You're going to be effing careful with your shift. And now you can begin to make yourself aware and welcome the N word, because you're surrounding with a K and a W. Kindness and wisdom. Who doesn't want to be surrounded by kindness and wisdom all the time? Hello? Matter of fact, I'm going to urge you to do the following. Got a few more minutes. You want to do something really fun and good for you. I mean, just to have fun for today and tomorrow. Just mention to people anything that you think that you can elicit a no from them. And when you hear the N word, I want you to surround it with the K and the W. And again, you're practicing, so you're sort of in control already, but you want to get into the beginning of the process. So when you hear the N word, N-O, surround it with a K and a W, kindness and wisdom, and smile. Now you do this 10, 20, 30 times. It takes probably, I don't want to scare you, but it probably takes more than 100 times to hear this, to practice it. Once you get it to a certain point where you say, oh, that's cool. Guess what? You now own it. When you own it, you've won. I want to show you something we just did together that you didn't realize, but I think you're going to love. You ready for this, Denise? So we have the N word, N-O, and I asked you to put a W at the end. So now what is the word? What's N-O-W? Suzanne, can you speak? Can we hear you?
No.
Let's see. By the way, I just love the fact that Suzanne's in Albania. And we hear me. Can we hear you, Suzanne, or not? If you can, great. If not,
Yeah, you got
okay,
it now. Yeah, what about it?
okay, so here is the N word, N-O, right? Which you're going to speak to some of your friends and neighbors, and you're going to find a way to make sure they say no without you asking them to say no. And you put a W at the end. What word do you have now? N-O-W.
No.
Now. So now stands for no other way. You get this, Jack? Now stands for no other way. In other words, no other way to live in life than taking the N word and surrounding it with kindness and wisdom. You all with me? Let's take the same 3 letters and we're going to rearrange it. As I said, when you practice this a number of times, guess what? After a certain number of times, you click and you say, oh yeah, I get it. Now you own it. Am I right? 9? Own. Own stands for only with now. Now stands for no other way. Rearrange the letters, you get own. You're going to own it. Only with the now. Now what happens? Just watch this. Once you know the now and you own it, guess what happens? You've won. How do you spell one, Denise? W-O-N.
Yeah, I
same
was
3
getting there. I
letters.
was trying to unmute.
The same 3 letters. Do you all see this? Do you realize how delightful and wonderful this is? And it all comes because you went out and say, hey, let's talk about the N word. You get people's attention. If you want to share it because you love them, you can talk about it. They'll say, what are you talking about? That's crazy. You say, yeah, isn't it wonderful? Okay, we got a few minutes here. Before I go on to something else, Are there any questions that I could entertain at the moment? Because I want to take you on a quick tour of something. Anybody, if you don't have a question, there's something wrong with you, not me, with you. That's okay. Because right now I'm going to take you on a tour, so I'm going to tell you a story. But write down a question or two you might have when we come back. Yes, win only now. Very good, Suzanne. Thank you. Win only now or with only now. So I told you the story about Barry Shore, right? Quadriplegic. While I was in bed, I had a vision because my wife challenged me about something. I told her that I wanted to, because I've been very successful in business, thank God. And now I'm 55 years of age, completely paralyzed. I had no idea what's going to happen the rest of my life. And she came in and she wanted to have a donation that we could give for a great group called Wheels of the World, which provides wheelchairs for people. And as Dana knows, wheelchairs are not inexpensive. I had three, one a mechanical one like Dana, and a lightweight Olympic one, and another one, thousands of dollars. So she said, can we write a check for $500? Again, I'm just laying in bed. I can't move. I whispered, I said, yes. And then I asked her to come close. I told her, I said, I want to figure out a way where we can have lots and lots of people, millions of people, all chipping into something without costing any giver a penny. You hear my vision? You hear how crazy I am? I want people to be able to give money to something they care about without costing any giver a penny. So she looked at me. She said, you're smart. Figure it out. And she walked out of the room. Now I'm in bed. I'm not moving and I can't go anywhere. That was I was in prayer and looking for a vision over the next few days. It took days. I had a vision. I have a mission. Let me tell you the mission. It took years to be able to get to the point where I'm going to show you now. The mission, Nye, is to give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny. We have a platform to do that. I'm going to show it to you. First, I'm going to ask Nye a quick question because you're in Providence, Rhode Island. I like Providence. It's a great name for a great city, right?
Yeah.
Nye, do you love shopping?
Oh, you're going to think I'm strange. No, not particularly.
Okay, you're not strange. You're more than strange. Shopping is one of the most fun things in the world.
Unless I know exactly what I'm going to get, I go shopping. If I don't, I think it's an absolute waste of time.
No, but fair enough. But you do shop. Let's be blunt.
I do shop, yes.
Oh, hello, because you're called human. So imagine Nye
Yeah.
going shopping, getting exactly what you want, shopping
hmm
exactly the place you want. And when you
hmm
go shopping, guess what's going to happen? Two things. You're going to get cash back for shopping there,
hmm
and you're
hmm
going to give money to the charity of your choice without costing
Yeah,
you a penny. Would you like that?
of course.
Well, yeah, so get up, buckle up, everybody, because I'm taking you on a tour of Barry Shore's vision that's coming true, and we're launching it next month. So here we go. Ta-da, ta-da, da-da-da-da. Jack, my dear beloved friend Jack, would you be kind enough to read out loud what is the mission and what's the movement?
Join the movement to give $1 billion to charity without costing any givers a penny.
Wow. And he said that with feeling because Jack loves Barry Shore and he trusts him, and everybody else is scratching their head and saying, come on, Barry, like a nice guy, but how do you do that? Right? Well, here's how we do it. When I show you this, you're going to say, wait a minute, this is so simple and easy. Why didn't anybody do this before? I'll tell you why in a little bit. So what we do is we partner with businesses that give us a percentage for sending them customers. Every business from the beginning of time wants only two things: keep existing customers and acquire new ones, right? It's called acquisition and retention and frequency. So imagine we have a term sheet with 18,000 restaurants right now. They'll be coming on the system in a few months. Right now we have almost 2,000 brands, which everybody in the country uses, including you and I. and they allocate a percentage to us for you using their products. And then what we do is we share that cash back to you, cash to your charity of choice, not the merchant, not mine, yours. And nothing changes. Using your existing credit card, you just register your existing credit card with us, choose your charity, and go shopping. Now, let's imagine there's a restaurant on the system, and you don't have to go through EinsteinCares. And that's, by the way, the name of the platform is called EinsteinCares. And it's named for the smartest guy in the world the past 100 years. You all know the guy with the white hair sticking out, right? He was not just a genius, he was a very heart-centered person. So that's what we call EinsteinCares. You're going to be smart and good and smart. So you go to a restaurant and you're taking out a few friends and such, and the bill comes and it's $150.68. They're on the program, you're on the program, you don't have to say anything to anybody, you swipe your card, you walk out, and the magic happens because the restaurant is giving you 2% cash back. Wow, you just earned $3 now, and you don't like shopping, but you like going out to eat, right? And you just gave $3 to the charity of your choice. How do you feel? Nye, how do you feel?
Wonderful.
Thank you. Would you tell anybody about that restaurant? Well, yeah.
Of course.
And the greatest advertising in the world is word of mouth. So look what happened. The business wins, you win, and the charity wins. Is this not amazing and wonderful and fabulous? Now look, what's the opportunity for the charities? So if anybody who's involved with nonprofits, or if you run a business, so if anybody who runs a business should join EinsteinCares, sign up. It's very simple. I'll show you how to do it. And if you're involved with a nonprofit, you should be telling them and getting them involved. What if I ask people, and I do this often, what does every charity in the world want? Usually the answer is money. Well, that's true. The most sophisticated and the smartest charities, what they really want is ongoing, monthly, passive revenue, right? So, a small example right here, we have a wonderful charity called Nevada School for blind children. They have 5,723 people in their contact list, of whom 900 give. Okay, that's the nature of life. When I showed the program to the director, I said, here's a link. You send this to people and say, we don't want your money. Just go shopping. You'll give us money. You'll earn money. You give us money. It won't cost you anything. Wow. I said, how many people do you think can get signed up? I said, I'm telling you, we will have 3,000 people signed up within 6 months. And I'm showing you, like, to earn $8 on this program in a month is like falling off a log. So $8, 3,000 people, that's $24,000 a month. I said, would that change anything? She said, hello, that changes everything for us. Monthly income, $24,000 from people, and it didn't cost them a penny. Look at some of these brands. If you don't recognize some of these brands, and I guess we don't live in America, right? Everybody knows these brands, and they now give you money back and money to the cause of your choice at no cost. And everybody uses these brands at some point for something. It's just the nature of life. And this is only part of over 2,300 brands that we have at the moment. Now I'm going to play you a quick video. It's 43 seconds. And by the way, isn't the website wonderful? You can all say yay when I come back. Thank you. That's even better. So let me play this video.
What if you could shop at your favorite local stores, swipe your current credit card and get extra cashback rewards? And what if you could also have donations sent to your favorite cause at no extra cost to you? What if this amazing program was absolutely free and very simple to set up? Well, What If is here. Welcome to EinsteinCares, where your everyday shopping gives you and your favorite cause extra money. It's fast, it's easy, and effortless.
Yay.
Beautiful, beautiful. So this is what we do. This is how we go. Okay, Denise says, thank you. She really appreciates it. I'm sorry I need to go. And we're coming to the end of our hour. That's okay. So I just want to say, first of all, I am so happy that each one of you are here. Dana, Jack, Nye, Miran, Suzanne, Dr. Hill was here, and Denise, and all the thousands of people that'll be listening to and watching the recording, because this is so important. The overarching idea, of course, is don't take things personally, because when you do, it's not going to enable you to fulfill you, the best you. Suzanne wants to save the planet and all humanity by dehypnotizing. If she starts taking things personally, well, guess what? You can't let that energy flow. Is that right, Suzanne? You need to be a flower.
Absolutely true.
Really want to do something in life and get the best out of you, from you, to you, and with you, you want to flow. Dana, isn't this correct? That I love the smile in your picture. And I know it's you in real life as well. And Nye, you loving it? Miran, you loving this? This is the genius of working together and learning these strategies. And again, we're talking about the N word. Nye, that's you. You're the N word, N-I-Y. If you come back for a moment, I'm going to ask you if you know why your parents gave you the name. Is it a particular family name or something like that? But remember, on the N word, it's N-O. We want to surround it with a W on one end and a K at the other. Don't become a wonk. Use it the K-N-O-W. You're going to surround the N word, the no, with kindness and wisdom. You do that, you're flowing. And then you won't be subject to moods, which of course is really doom. You don't want that. So we just have a few more minutes. I'm going to ask if there are any particular questions about EinsteinCares. And what I'm going to urge everybody to do, Jack has already done this. I think Dana's done it, but Suzanne or Nye and anybody else, I want you to go to EinsteinCares.com, EinsteinCares.com, and just sign up for early access. All you do is put your email in so that we can tell you when we launch, and then you can decide to use it or not. And I know that you will, because everybody likes to get cash. Everybody likes to give at no cost. Oh, hello. And people oftentimes ask me, say, well, Barry, sure, this is so easy. How come nobody's ever done this before? There are lots of sites on the internet where you can go shopping and get money. There are lots of sites on the internet where you can go shopping and give money. There's only one site on the internet that we know. We search, we study it. In the United States of America, there's hundreds of millions of websites. There's only one site that enables you to go shopping, get cash back, and give money to somebody you care about. Didn't cost you a penny. Why? I was a quadriplegic. I know what it means to be through stuff. I love business. I love growing business. There's nothing more fun than shopping, getting money, giving money at no cost, and sharing with other people. I can't think of anything else. And I have a legacy. I need to give. I need to give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny before I leave this earth. So that's why we built it. It's launching next in May, and we've been building it for the past 4 years. And I'm just so happy and to thank you, Suzanne. By the way, a big bravo to Suzanne. She said done on EinsteinCares. Why am I saying bravo? Because the essence and the sign of a winner, Suzanne, is action. Here's something that's good, action. That's right. Now you spend hundreds of thousands or thousands of dollars on Amazon, you'll get a little bit back, you're going to give money. I mean, there's nothing more fun, in my humble opinion. Giving is the greatest blessing in the world, right? That's what we're here for. To open up and unclog what I call the twin channels of willingly giving and graciously receiving. So on that note, I'm going to ask for a question or two. And if not, then we will do a group hug and bid you all a fond farewell. It is how my personal economy works with my friends, sharing and receiving. Yes, Suzanne. And I'm so glad that you're here with us today from the Ionian Sea in a place called Golem. Is it pronounced Golem?
I don't even know. They've corrected me. I call it Gollum. I don't know.
Oh, okay,
I
Gollum.
don't speak Albanian. I just do Google Translate and it does most of the work.
By the way, I'm going to go on a limb, but I think it's true. I think that many people, even your friends, don't know where Albania is.
No, they don't. My godson came over here last year and his friends wanted to know why the hell he was in Albania of all places. And when I talk about Albania on Alignable, most of the people have no idea where the hell it is because Americans don't
Actually, I can think of something funny. When you say Albania, they think you're going to Albany, New York.
drive. I tell them it's in Eastern Europe and then they're like, huh?
Or if you say the Ionian Sea, what are you talking about?
Yes, exactly.
For
You have
good
to
or
say
ill,
Greece,
America.
near Greece and Italy, then they kind of know.
Yes, it's too funny, but I'm just so happy that you're here. So anyway, you must be, I'm in Pacific time zone, so you're probably about 8 hours ahead. So for you, it's about 6:30 in the PM, 6:25.
It's 7:30. I'm 9 hours ahead of you.
Okay. Well, we like to say that you're behind, but that's okay. Yes, you're ahead.
I have clients out in California. I have to do these mathematics in my head and I hopefully don't screw it up too often. Yeah.
Well, it's a delight and a pleasure, Jack. Always a delight and a pleasure to see that smiling face, having you here. Dana, I am just humbled and honored that you made the time to be here today. Nye, before we leave, is it a family name?
It is not. It was actually my mom's midwife that named me, and she was Kenyan.
I've been to Kenya,
Okay,
cool
okay.
place.
And what does Nye mean? Did you ask her ever?
Well, I was told by a gentleman from Kenya that it's actually a phrase from a particular dialect. I forget the name of the dialect, but it means a miracle has come.
Well, by the way, I'm
Beautiful.
going to say something to you, Nye.
Yes.
Even if it's not true, it's, you hear me?
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
No, not really. Yeah.
You just said a miracle has come, and that's you. That's who you are. You see,
Exactly.
I do it because names are important. It brings out the who you are.
Hmm.
So, Jack, you know that we do. I like to do acronyms of names. We got a minute or so. So, Nye, from now forward, we're going to say the following. Nye.
So the full name is Nayoka.
Okay, but we'll go with Nye for the moment.
Yes.
Never-ending inspirational yearning.
Ooh,
You like that?
I like it. I like it.
Put that in your book. Never-ending
Yep.
inspirational yearning. Okay. Excellent. Dana. Oh, Dana, again, thank you for being here. I just am deeply touched. And Moran, thank you for being here. And for everybody, all the people, again, the thousands that will be listening and watching, I think this is one of our, it's a great session because you get me, you get the strategy of learning to be bulletproof. Don't take things personally. You're going to get the book and you're going to, I don't care if you read 2 pages a day, 3 minutes, doesn't matter. Use it. The book is transformational. Go to barryshore.com, sign up at EinsteinCares.com. So when we launch, you'll be able to know what's going on. And I don't care if you like shopping, you don't like shopping, but you shop. Everybody does, even when you get groceries. Now you can earn money and give money. We're going to, together, we're going to give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny. So tell people, hey, let's talk about the N word. What? Surrounded by a K and a W, kindness and wisdom. And the best way to surround yourself with kindness and wisdom, go to EinsteinCares. Use it. Okay, everybody, the way we like to complete our sessions is with a hug. Let me tell you what HUG stands for. HUG. Heartfelt, unlimited giving. Ready? On the count of 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to send you all off with the rousing music again, and we will see you at another time. Where is it? There you go.